Recall is about the ability to get your dog to return to you, and having multiple cues with different emotions linked to them give you lots of choices in varying situations. This video, we're going to focus on 2 recalls. So firstly, in this one, we're going to build a positive emotion to the picture of the bowl ham, which can be seen as a multi-feeding device. You hear me say a repetitive sound before showing the bowl and feeding lots of treats one at a time in the bowl. It's also an early food manners exercise to stay in the bowl, as feeding stops if you interrogate the source food hand. Feeding continues when you're back in the bowl. And this is a simple recall based on classical conditioning where your dog is learning to form an association with the sound. You do this randomly throughout the day and in different places to generalize. This sound has the same meaning wherever you are. Add some distance once you can see your dog has formed a positive emotional response to the sound, and the continuous sound ensures that your dog is registering the sound when they're in higher levels of arousal. So then we're going to go on to use this bowl for an initial training cue before adding a word such as come or here.
Let's do some training.
So here's a little puppy called Summer. Just switched her on and gave her a training cue. You're going to see me show her the bowl, move backwards, marking the behaviour of moving towards me with my click word, yip.
Break.
Okay, just and they gave her a little break to release her, put some food on the floor. As soon as she turns, I'm going to show her that bowl, trotting backwards, trying to create really good emotion and energy. She's all new to this training, so you can see she's a little bit slow. Now, outside, when I call my dog back, I'm not just going to call them back and give them some treats and let them go again. I want them to see as it's part of engagement. So I always say, right, let the party begin. Okay, so we're going to teach some nice movement exercises rather than just come back and sit, which is very static. And if you imagine being a dog, that might be a little bit more boring. Okay, so we're reinforcing that calm. It's not the sit that I don't want to be feeding, and we're going into fun movement-based exercises, some food chase games. Some of these further games you can see on my YouTube channel. Okay, back to the bowl hand, coming into the bowl.
Collar.
Now we might want a little bit of control. So I've gone into a collar and feed exercise. Lovely calm emotion where I can get the puppy's attention. Again, this is practiced loads at home. And there's several stages to building up this. And this might be something you use when push bikes are going past, just for a little bit of security, knowing that you've got the puppy under control. So back to the bowl hand. What we're showing here is various different endings that you can do. I also want to teach the puppy when the bowl removes, that's not a cue for you to go. Okay, we'll go straight into cue seeking, which is our default behavior. When she sits and looks at me, I mark her, step back, and I'm feeding in that stand because I want to promote stand and look at me to be my default behavior. And when I finish the session, I'm going to end with that switch off cue. Whoosh.
Whoosh.
And there we go. Remember, toys are going to be a great motivator for your dog going forward. So check out some of the toy play videos and how you're going to use that as a reinforcer in your recall. Thank you for watching.